This works. All right, this is gonna be so breaking normal if this works. All right, so this little girl here. At first, we were planning on doing a video launching this. Can you hold this up for them so they can see it? Our Tribe vitamins. This is breaking news right here. We now have our Kickstarter campaign up for this, and it's live. I think there should be a link available. So at first, we were supposed to do a video about this. But then she saw my belt here, and she wanted to do a story time about a belt. So then I realized I have a great story to tell you, Davina, about a belt. Because it'll be a great conversation starter for so many other people. And by the way, if you get any value out of this video or any other video we've ever done, even if it's $1 worth, can you please go to the Kickstarter campaign and at least donate $1 to this campaign, because maybe it'll give fuel to the fire of the Kickstarter algorithm and make this story go as viral as it deserves. Oh, you see the hearts? Oh yeah, she loves hearts. So give her plenty of hearts while we're doing this. We're going to get ready for the belt story. Do you want to start with an ohm?
No.
I'm going to start. No, that's how we start the belt story. It starts with an ohm. You want to do it with me or not? Say congratulations. You can now pre-order Tribe vitamins.
Let's do it again.
All right. Are you ready for the belt story?
Yeah.
All right, so one of the things Davina and I do are bedtime. We do not even bedtime stories. I just tell her stories. She gives me a subject to tell her a story about, and I come up with a story. And I feel like I'm usually channeling it, but this one might be more of a memory. All right, here we go. You ready for the belt story? Yeah. So kick back, take a deep breath, take an ohm, and let's relax for the belt story.
Do the belt story.
Wait, what just happened? Okay, are we back? Something happened with the phone. Are you ready for the belt story?
Yeah.
Oh, Davina, you flipped the phone with your foot. All right, here we go. Once upon a time. All right, if y'all have any questions, let us know. I'm just trying to get a view of what I'm actually doing here. What is going on? I've never told a bedtime story live on Facebook. All right, I think we got the view.
Tell me about story.
All right. So once upon a time, there was 3 brothers. One brother was 12 years old. The other brother was 9 years old. And the other brother was 6 years old. And there was even a little sister that was 3 years old. Her name was Emily. The names of the brothers were Daniel, Timothy, and Nathaniel. And they're still around today. So this is a current story about the past and maybe helping people remember the future about what to do with their kids. So these 3 brothers, sometimes for some reason, they just love to cause trouble. They love to make a mess. They love to get dogs to bark. They love to get people to scream. Like, for instance, when they were at the pool, right? They would swim in between old people's legs just for fun, because they knew the old people might be triggered, and it seemed like a fun challenge. So they did all kinds of fun, mischievous acts. Sometimes they would... I'm not even going to tell you about all the scary things they did, because I'm not sure if it's for kids, even though it's about kids. So one day, their kids, their mama and dada, these 3 brothers, were like, what are we going to do about Daniel, Timothy, and Nathaniel? It seems like they just like causing problems for fun. Like, it seems like sometimes they're just mean for fun. And then the dada said, well, I grew up, if I was causing trouble for fun, I would get a spanking from my dad with a belt. And then the mama was like, that's exactly what I would do too. And I remembered that belt. I didn't always like it, but if I caused trouble for fun, like that one time when I burned down the garage because I thought I was throwing water on a fire, but I was actually throwing gasoline. That's what the mama said. My daddy gave me a spanking with a belt, and I made sure never to play with fire again. So then these parents decided, they were like, okay, next time these boys cause trouble, we're going to tell them right now. Daniel, Timothy, Nathaniel, next time y'all cause trouble, Daddy's going to spank you with a belt. So then that kind of intrigued these three brothers. They thought, wait a minute. If we do something bad, our dad is going to chase us around the house with a belt? That sounds kind of like fun. So these three brothers, you know what they did? They put like 10 pairs of boxers and shorts on. And then they set up saran wrap with water at the entrance to the door late at night, because they know their dad would be coming home late at night. And they put saran wrap right where he would walk. And they put water on it. So when he opened the door, he would run into it. And they would tell them that water was cat pee, because they know he hates cat pee. So when their dad came home late at night, it was after midnight, he opened the door and he hit his head on wet saran wrap, and they started bursting out laughing, and they told him it was cat pee. And then they knew what was coming. Their dad was going to take off their belt. So their dad, where's that belt? He grabbed the belt. He took it off. And he said, boys, I told you about this. Next time you did something wrong, you're going to get a beating. So they ran after that. They ran to the room. And this time they weren't running to tickle. He was running to spank them. And he spanked them with the belt. He went, pop, 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 pop. And the three boys, at first they were laughing, but then they were crying because it really hurt. But then they didn't know if they were laughing or crying. And they had a lot of fun, but they also experienced some pain, kind of like getting in cold water. And then from then on, the three little boys, they still loved their dada, but they realized if they were going to cause mischief, they used to wear 10 pairs of shorts before they did.
The end?
Well, the end is actually the beginning, because hold on. The end is actually, I don't know what's going on with this. This is the first time we've done this live. But the end is actually the beginning, because guess who those three brothers were?
Huh.
It was me. That was me.
What?
That was me and Uncle Timothy and Uncle Nathaniel. And that was Papa that spanked us. So what I figured, Davina, since we were going to tell that story publicly, the question becomes, you know how sometimes you like to cause trouble? You know, like how you like to be mean sometimes, or you like to scream at me and cause maybe not anymore, maybe never again, but in the past, how you used to do that? Remember how you used to do that? Does that mean, do you want to get a spanking with a belt or no? Do you think that's a good thing to spank children with belts if they misbehave on purpose? And that's a question to all y'all too. Do you believe in spanking children? I figured I'd ask my daughter. We've never spanked her. But I figured I'd ask my daughter through a story time.
I think so.
You think what?
I think I want to do what you said.
You want me to give you a spanking if you misbehave?
What do you mean?
What I mean by that is because some people, like my dad and my papa, when we used to because when we were three little boys, we actually did like to cause problems on purpose. For some reason, I don't know what it is about three little boys, but for some reason we used to like to cause problems on purpose, like get in trouble on purpose. So then my dad decided he had to start spanking us with a belt.
Mom, you can do that right now?
No, I'm not going to do that right now, but you know, this is the thing. It seems like fun, but he used to spank us until we cried. Do you think that's a good idea for parents? Or do you think that's a bad idea for parents?
I don't know.
Well, what do you think? You know, remember last week when you were here and you started throwing things when you were mad? and I told you this is not nice, do you think that I should give you a spanking when you do those things? No, me neither. I don't think so either. There is the kind of like the climax of this story. Yeah, I don't believe in spanking children. I don't think. At the same time, though, in my dad's position, when there was 3 boys, I mean, we kind of had fun getting spankings. It was like a very, like, oh, it's a taboo topic. It's a breaking normal topic. And I know some people really, like, believe that if you don't spank your children, there's an issue. And then some people believe spanking your children is an issue. For this girl right here, I am in no position to hurt you. I am in no position to hurt you. I don't know how anyone... That just seems crazy. That seems crazy. That seems crazy to me. And at the same time, is this working for y'all? Hey, is this working for y'all? Let me know. I keep getting these notifications about turning my phone around. But if this is working for y'all, you have something to say? Do you have something to say? If this is working for you, let me know where you're checking it from. Are you a parent? Do you plan to be a parent? And do you think spanking your children is a good idea or not a good idea? And I would love to know where you're from, actually. I trust you enjoyed this story time with Davina and I. And if you can go to the link that I think is embedded in this video, and you can donate at least $1, at least, even if you don't want the product, because it'll give you... It'll give fuel to the fire of the gods of the internet, known as algorithms, and I truly believe in this project. I'm really passionate about it. I've been doing all kinds of research on it, and it's kind of crazy to learn about the history of the bison and how that impacts our modern-day culture. So, anyways, I would love to know, do you spank your children? If you... Or do you believe in spanking children as a good parenting technique, or do you believe it's a bad parenting technique? Or are you too scared to answer publicly? Anything else to say, Davina?
No.
Oh, by the way, get this. Order this. Can you see it? Order it. Order it. That's bison liver. Bison is better than beef on all nutrition and greenhouse and environmental effects, in my opinion. And if you want to keep watching the Matrix crumble and take the blue pill, go ahead and eat your cows. But if you want to get back to the indigenous medicine of Sitting Bull, Geronimo, and beyond, take a bite of bison, because we got beef with the beef industry. And this is my project finally admitting that and confessing that and sharing that. So throw some fires in this, throw some embers in this tribal circle, and let's keep having a tribal council around the fire. You want to say bye-bye?
Bye-bye.